Consultant to the Stars, George.
And I have advice for you later, Phil. This is a recovery buck.
Yeah, he's here.
My wife, who's never met a hike she didn't like, saw the article in the paper Saturday about the Boundary Trail, so I spent 5.5 hours and 30 seconds on the Boundary Trail. So 30 seconds was actually my backside of the Boundary Trail when I hit the bad rock. That's the recovery part.
It looks a lot better. Ah, okay. Blanton.
King Lion, Ron, Paul Lance, and guests. I have two happy dollars for the Notre Dame men's and women's basketball teams who are both ranked in the top 10 this week.
Past District Governor Mark.
President Ron, fellow Lions and guests, this is a sad 95 cents because I'm a nickel short of a happy buck.
Does anybody else have a suggestion about what we might be a nickel short of over here? Past President Brian.
Ron, Paul Lions and guests, at least I think I'm still a Lion. I have a badge, so I must be doing pretty good so far. Anyways, I just want to say hello again. It's been a while. I'm kind of glad to be back. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually working here during the week over at Cascade Title, and then on the weekends I'm home in Yakima. So, anyways, there was $2 worth.
And an exciting life it is. Pass on Chair George.
President Ron, fellow Lions and guests, I'm going to have a happy dollar. I had a very nice day Sunday with my son who was up from California.
All right. Late to arrive, but first to speak, past President Pat.
I have a happy $5. Let's see, the first one, great weekend with Little Lion Sam. Second happy buck, saw Lion Pat Osborne at the Columbia Theater for the Performing Arts on Saturday night. She was ushing, making sure that we didn't get too rowdy at one of the great blues concerts. You know, there's just some incredible talent going on there that John Morelli is just really making it so that it is your Columbia Theater. Let's see, on Sunday, family and all went down and saw Cinderella at the Keller Theater. And my final happy buck is to give a shout out to my buddy, Jack Pack. He took a motor off of a German folding machine, was able to get it apart, we were able to source the parts to go inside. He did, let me just put it this way, $1,700 would have been the replacement cost for the motor. He fixed it for under $300, treated me really great. This man is a gem and is an amazing mechanic with Sunday. So truly amazing job. Thank you, Jack.
Past Council Chair Hell.
Hey, thank you, most honorable tail twister. Is it still President Ron? You made it far around? How'd you do that?
Wasn't easy.
Yeah, that's right. My fellow Lions and guests, my first is a sad $5 from Dolly, and she doesn't want change. Oh, good. The sad $5 is that Friday at 12 when I got off, a client had said, "Oh, we don't need you." 4 o'clock they called and said, "We need you and we need you more," and so it's crazy around there.
So they sent you?
Yeah, they sent me. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Well, that's how Lola had to dig for a swing shift last night, and I was kind of, still kind of rummy. So, first happy dollar then is for my friend Stevie. My friend Stevie, he voted right at the Council of Governors meeting. You only got one more to vote at, don't you? Just one more. And the second happy dollar is for the preparations for the Northwest Lions Leadership Institute. I want to remind you that There is one in Oregon in April. If you want some more information on that, see me and I'll get it to you. And the other part of Dolly's message was she has to go forth buttons.
All right. Moving past the Palmers, we get to pass zone chair Greg.
President Ron, fellow Lions and guests. First, here's my quarter for not shaking Princess's hand.
Which princess?
That one.
Oh, okay.
Right here. And then my other dollar, got a birthday coming up this weekend. It's my child bride. This weekend, she will be 17 3/4. You figure it out.
70. Well. Past President John.
Thank you, Lion Tamer Phil, handsome W. President Ron, fellow Lions and guests. I have to be in a good mood because I spent 4 days down at the coast, found elusive bivalves, although they were miniatures. I took them anyway, and didn't see a cloud down there for 3 days in a row, not one cloud. Beautiful.
Glenn Leroy. President Ron, fellows and guests, also got to spend 3 days down on the coast, but down in Newport, Oregon, Seafood Wine Festival, and we didn't have any miniatures. We just had full glasses of wine all day for 3 days. So didn't see clouds either. No, it was beautiful.
Don't you have a dollar for the arrival of Mr. Baxuda? I don't know if it's happy or sad, but surely it's worth a buck.
Surely you don't mean that.
Oh,
Any more?
Have a dollar right in his pocket to pay for that.
Hello? Who's there? Well, I'm here. Okay. Third VP, Duncan.
President Ron, fellow Lions and guests. I had a really good breakfast for the ones you guys that didn't go down to Hazeldale breakfast this weekend. Me and Ron went down there Saturday and we had pancakes, scrambled eggs, and sausage, and it was really good.
Second VP, Laura.
Do I have to pay a quarter? President, not here. President Ron Lions. President Ron Lions and guests, I have $5. And one of them is a happy buck because my rough bid has now been decreased from $23,000 to $14,000. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Yeah, no, the original bid was $8,400, and that was only the north side. Then they tore into it to do that, and they found out that their trusses were rotten, the ridge cap is completely rotten, the shingles were installed incorrectly. I mean, it's a mess. I know who did, and it wasn't you, Howard. It was, yes, Steve Patterson's correct, it's the ex-boyfriend. My dog, last week she had surgery and had a sebaceous cyst removed. And she did great, you know, I didn't need to give her the cone of shame because she was taking care of it. We went to church and she got pissed because when we came back, she had chewed the whole entire thing off. So we went and picked her up the cone of shame at Wilco. And we thought, okay, she's good. Nope, she figured out how to get the sucker to bend, and she chewed another hole on her tail. So yesterday I spent my morning and my evening at the vet. Oh, good gravy. Well, Brad, you know what Brad said? Brad said that the vet should cut her tail off right behind her ears. That still might happen. And I forgot to announce last week as a happy buck that I survived my Hillsborough Heartbreaker half marathon. So I had ran that with my girlfriends, and I placed 90th out of 432, and I'm now classified as a master's runner. I didn't like that. So as a master runner, I took 10th, I guess. And you're older? You guys remember that sad buck that I gave to you guys when I turned 40, and I went to a gym, a new gym that had just came to town, and they told me that I was obese. You guys remember that? Remember me telling you that story? Of course you were. Well, yeah, they told me I did this test and I said I was obese. Well, I'm thinking, well, shoot. I thought the new 40 is the new 30 or whatever. Well, now I'm 42 and I'm classified as a master's. That's terrible. I'm not liking this, getting older. I know. And then my other buck, of course, is I received a title report yesterday and it had Brian Paxuta's name on it. I started making all these phone calls. I was like, what? Who's in town? And so, Brian did say, Laura, did you check the dates?
Now, Laura, normally you would be fined today, not because you didn't shake your hand, but you gave $5, but, so we will, I know, so we'll let the fine go. Although you squeezed a lot of information out of those 4. But I have never, from the floor, heard as many excuses for not shaking someone's hand as I heard about you today. Things like, well, she was texting when I came up. And oh, she had her back to me and she wouldn't turn around. Anyway, I don't think we've ever made $100 on a handshake before, but that was really awesome. Thank you. President Ron.
Now I have 2 happy dollars. I'm just, Lions and guests. I have 2 happy dollars. I'm just glad to be here. We'll get this meeting started. Ken Batero, will you lead us in the invocation?
Let's bow our heads and ask for God's blessing on the take up this day, make our lives and as we express our gratitude for the privilege to be members of the Longview Pioneer Lions Club and the service we provide to our community and to those in more need than those present today. We find peace and happiness all we do, and we thank you for the Lord for being part of thy family and the Pioneer Lions Club.
Amen. Jan Sering, will you lead us in the pledge? To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Judy Fromdahl, will you lead us in the song? Country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrims' pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. Do we have a sunshine report?
President Ron, fellow Lions and guests. The only thing that I have to report today is that Sharon Sisson had surgery on her thumb this morning, and everything's going really good.
And by the way, there are some secret ingredients in the pie and the cookies, so be aware.
Do we have any guests today?
We have one guest today, Brian Paksuda, past president.
President Ron, fellow Lions and guests. I looked at the sign-in sheet today, and half the places on here are not signed. They're not X'd because they're not here. So, yeah, and so what I'm asking you to do is next week, please look at this list and bring somebody that hasn't been here for a while. And I will buy, the first one that brings a guest in tomorrow, or next Tuesday, I will buy their lunch. Okay? And Duncan Wallace, you get to pay a fine because you didn't sign in.
Okay, under the announcements, we have a board meeting coming up this Thursday at 7 a.m. at the Carriage Restaurant. Greg Firth has a presentation to give out.
President Ron, fellow Lions and guests. Last week, President Ron and I were down at the building going through a whole bunch of stuff, put a new file cabinet in and sorted a bunch of stuff, and ran across this certificate of service. Used to be that at the end of each year, each of the officers were given a certificate for their service. Well, for the year 1987, 1988, Longview Pioneer Lions Secretary-Treasurer Terry Woodruff. Come up and get your certificate, Terry. Better late than never.
That's the reason I only was Secretary Treasurer for another 15 years.
John Claypool's got some awards to give out.
Thank you, President Ron. We're going to be giving out our awards for the month of January. Since it's only February, we are very much caught up. The first recipient is not here, so we're going to pass over on that. Yes. Our Lion of the Month is here. For one of our Lion of the Month. Well, both of them are. The first Lion of the Month is someone who took care of our club's finances for many years. A thankless job, as Hal well knows now. And anyway, the awards committee wanted to thank Ken Botero for his many years of service. Anybody know how to operate a camera there, Leroy? Gotta hold that baby down for a second. Thanks.
Appreciate it, John.
Hold that pose. Keep holding that. Pretend. Pretend you still like each other.
Ah, there. Good job, Leroy. Thank you, Ken. We have another, let's call him an old lion. This lion is a big part of our getting our name out on the internet now. And of course that is Lion Dwayne Smith, who even today is over operating the camera. sends out links so that the club can either watch our meeting, which you probably don't want to do, or watch our program, which is something that I like to do, and I did last week because of Bill. At any rate, Dwayne, thank you very much. Am I too fast?
Stop, wait, all they got was a certificate. Oh, your certificate was right for your face. That makes
Our first unsung lion of the month of February is the lion who is the only one in the club with the initials PCC before his name. All of us have P before our names because we're all past. But Hal Palmer, for being silly enough to step into Lion Ken's Botero's shoes, we have a Unsung Lion of the Month award for you. That's funny.
Thank you. One of these years you'll do something in this club. I know it.
We have a Rookie of the Lion of the Month award here, and this lion spent a lot of time with Rex down at the island and those groups of people. Eric Lipke. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great project. It's
Thank
one
you.
that we get a lot of honors for. And
Thank you.
It's good to honor you with that.
I don't think so, I don't know.
Okay. It has a mind of its own, trust me. Okay. Another Unsung Lion of the Month award. We have a lion tamer singled out this time, and we have had a great group of lion tamers this year, and I thank them for all of their efforts. However, the awards committee decided that we were going to honor a steady, hardworking lion tamer. Hardworking and industrious. That's a little too close, right? I wonder who threw that adjective in. I don't know. Lion Judy Fromdahl.
Judy. Just remember you're on. Yeah, right.
We had a president called everybody.
Thank you.
It's good to see you back there every week. Did you get it? In a minute?
She's glad, baby.
Thank you, Leroy.
One of the Judy was photogenic.
That was funny. Now, the awards committee, in their ingeniousness, has come up with a Traveling Unsung Lion of the Month award. Now, the reason for this is there's so many unsung lions in the club that we were running out of paper, destroying the forest, and so we have 3 lions on this one certificate. Hey, I'm green. I hug trees. Oh, boy.
They can rotate. You longer arms?
Better glasses. Just got them, too. These 3 lions were the 3 that went down and helped put up the wheelchair ramp for Jackie Berg, who was in need. And we wanted to honor lions Greg Firth, Bill Pontius, And Ron Stopler isn't here, so he'll get it the third month of the travel. Greg and Bill. How's Tom doing?
Still on oxygen.
You take it.
We need your picture, Greg.
I think alphabetically that's only fair.
Alphabetically. What? D comes before F?
That too. Whoa! Hey, ouch! You go to confession when you leave there now. Oh, thank you.
Just a quick announcement. I got notice this morning that Jackie Berg is recovering from an episode of diabetes and blood sugar problems and everything. And she's in 202 of Frontier, and would love to see anybody from the Lions Club that remembers who she is. Thank you.
He's on oxygen all the time, and he's can't go very far because he runs out of oxygen.
Jackie Berg is the wife of a past president of the Lions Club who died while he was in president of the club many long years ago.
Right. The single-handed reason that we had to put up with Jim Reineke 2 years in a row as president. We should, if he was here, certainly. I'm going to announce our last unsung Lion of the year. It is Lion Tamer Pat Reif. Pat's taking care of Tom a lot, and she is being honored for being one of the bulwarks with the club's Sight and Hearing Foundation. She's with Greg most of the time on that. Right, Greg? So she's being honored for her work in that area. Thank you.
Okay, under the announcements, past loan chair, George Moore.
President Ron, fellow Lions and guests, we got some visitations coming up. Thursday night, we're gonna go down to Battleground. We got about 10 going, I think, or something, but we always got room for more if everybody wants to go. On Thursday, March 5th, we're gonna visit Castle Rock. And on Tuesday, March 10th, we're going to Orchard Evergreen. So the sign-up sheet's back here on the table. Please put your name down. Thank you.
Cindy Fickett has an announcement.
Taste of Italy is just right around the corner, so we need wine, March 28th, at St. Rose Hospital. I got a hospital in mind, my granddaughter was at a hospital yesterday. What? They went out next week. Yeah.
Dick Sorensen has an announcement.
We got sign-up sheets for the baskets. We got flyers here to put in businesses and to your friends so that we can get that advertised. We have a basket here for the wine that's coming in next week. We're going to have this thing full. And this is sponsors we had last year, so just a reminder of who was sponsoring. So if you have anybody in mind, a new person, be sure to get one of these sheets and have them out. We have a meeting this Thursday at my home, 3815 Rosewood, 6 o'clock for the meeting. And we're going to be discussing the decorations too, so it's a high priority. So everything's coming into form and it's going to be running off on March 28th.
Dick Sorensen has an announcement.
President Ron, fellow Lions and guests, just a reminder, this Thursday, 8 a.m., Campus Towers Recycling, if you'd like to come and join us to collect recycling there, and usually we go over and have breakfast afterwards. Thank you.
Bill Pontius has an announcement. It's there in the back.
How many of you people have not filled out the inventory questions about the items that are closed? Raise your hand. Have not? Have not. will have more copies. Today we had 18 people fill them out, and I'm really thankful for that because that gives us closer to our goal of 15% of the club so that we get an accurate report, so that we can get an accurate report back from Canada. So next week, bring your ballpoint pens, and please come ready to fill one of these out. I have more copies here. Right, Matt? Yes, sir. Thank you.
Phil Olson has an announcement.
President Ron Phil, and yes, I have the assistance of another PCC. I thought he was getting an award because he's a past county commissioner. A week from Friday, on March 6th, this man will be discharging his duties as a judge at the Spellabration Spelling Bee. And so you can rest assured that the Pioneer Lions team, consisting of Pat Palmer, Greg Swanson, and myself, will do very well because we have really bribed him a lot. Would you like to talk about that award thing?
The award thing, I want the bribe, let's talk about that. There is an award for the most enthusiastic support group. I know Pioneer Lions, you only need about 4 or 5 because they sell beer. So come and buy some beer and support your team and you get at least one award, unless I'm biased.
Duncan Wallace has an announcement.
President Ron, on you guys' desk there's a sheet there that says countywide garage sale. What this is going to be the first one we're doing over at the fairground. The legislators eliminate our agriculture funds for the 2016-17. Then we're going to have garage sale here in the spring and the fall, and to help make up some of that money that we're losing for the agriculture part of the fair there. So if you guys have got any old stuff you want to sell, I'd like to see you there on May 2nd at the Expo Center. The ones that don't set up, come on over and buy some.
Old stuff, we sell George.
Yeah, we can sell George. Greg, we'll put you up for auction.
Second VP Laura has an announcement.
President Ron Phil, I guess I have 2 announcements. Well, one is to tag on to what Miss Cindy's saying, is that this Thursday, the Taste of Italy meeting is really important. Like she said, that we are going over the decorations and seeing what needs to be done. So this is one of our major events. So if you happen to sit on the education committee, and well, if you don't come and support the Taste of Italy, we're not going to have any money for you to worry about to give out in scholarship forms on the education committee. So it all plays hand in hand, you guys. So we all need to support our events. So that's a great little segue into the 50 copies of paper I have before me, which are the list of all of the committee chairs. Now, like I said, we're doing it a little differently. And this is where only if you want to be a chair or a co-chair, or you are of interest in chairing an event or co-chairing an event. All you gotta do is put an X next to that particular item, put your name on the sheet of paper, turn it in to me, and then I'll work and put everything together. And you know, it takes all of us to make this run. So I hate to have to start coming through here and henpecking everybody and asking, can you please beg and plead, because you don't want me to bake you cookies because I don't cook well. So trust me, just sign up. So if you're interested, I'll come around now with the sheets of paper and hand out to those who are pondering wanting to be a chair or a co-chair. Okay? Thank you.
Well, since our secretary is gone today, we don't have a program. He was our program chairman. If we don't have any other business, we can go ahead and Go on with the blue ticket.
Hold on. I'm not ready.
Are you sure you're ready now? Okay. 720690. Steve Patterson. The red ticket, 817333. Pat Palmer. Diabetes? Okay, the white cane ticket. All right. The end of the month drawing, Lloyd Osborne. What do you want done with the money? Sight and hearing? Thank you. Okay, our upcoming events, we got the board meeting coming this Thursday at 7 a.m. Visitations, going to Battleground this Thursday. Campus Towers on Thursday. Got the survey for Club Excellence Program. Duncan Wallace has got that garage sale. Taste of Italy coming up this Thursday. Committee chairs. And the spelling bee. March 6th, the spelling bee. At what time? 6:30? Okay, well, if there's no other business, meeting's adjourned.